Hello everybody! Once again I think we are live, but let me just double check as always. Seems like we are live, but my internet does seem to be quite bad, dropping quite a few frames here. Let's wait for it to load. If anyone is tuning in, how is the video quality looking? Because it does seem like I'm dropping like 28% of my frames. Maybe it gets better. Welcome to day 3 of vibe coding on Steam Deck until I make $1 million. So, hey Serenity, that was quite quick. Welcome. Since you are in the chat, how is the quality? If you can check for me please, because it seems like I'm dropping frames here quite a bit according to OBS Studio. I don't know how it is for you. Maybe I should open it up on my phone here. I suspect my internet is quite bad right now. Let me just have a look. Have a look-see. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, okay. Does seem like the internet is not great. Lucky join, video quality is okay. Okay is not good enough though, of course. Let's maybe make the bitrate lower. I think my internet's just not good enough right now. Video quality is not the best, but it is good enough. Okay, let me open it up on my phone just to confirm. Yesterday we had quite a productive day vibe coding the calculator. Even after you left Serenity, it is a bit choppy. Yeah, it shouldn't be choppy. That's not good. We don't want choppiness. Oh yeah, because I just watched my own stream. It doesn't sound great, it doesn't look great, but I mean, I can't do much about that. That's just my internet right now. Let's see if I can maybe turn the bitrate even lower. I really shouldn't do that, but let's do it. Okay, I've turned the bitrate even lower, so maybe it gets better. We'll see. Is the stream still going? Yo, it's so choppy. Not a great start to day 3, I guess. Serenity is saying, but it's not like really choppy. Is as if you have like 45 ping in CS or a bit of net jitter. Okay. Well, it's not too bad, then I guess we can continue. So basically, for day 3, well, let's go back. Day 2, we did the calculator. We made quite good progress. Maybe I can show the calculator. Let's just crop it a bit here for YouTube Shorts. So we made quite good progress on the calculator yesterday. We made it perfectly responsive for mobile. Standard is looking good. Scientific is looking good. I think graphing is looking good here, including these options here. Programmer is looking good, as well as the other ones. Basically, all of them are looking good on mobile. So we did fix all of that. And then for settings, I think we also fixed the languages. There was an issue. We haven't fixed the drop down here yet. This still needs to be made a bit better for the theming. And then we still need to check all the themes as well to make sure that each one is still looking good, which we haven't done yet. And then we did release a new version of the calculator. But today we need to actually start preparing it for release, as well as finally get to Delphi Turtle, which you have been asking about, Serenity. So let's make a list of stuff that we need to do today. I will open up the vibe coding VS Code and we'll make a day 3 task list here. So I think what we need to do is we still need to change the calculator URL. So let's just say change calculator URL to calculator.seanrosell.com. Okay, then we need to make a website or make a public page for apps.seanrosell.com. Hey Jan, is the green the default? No, so green is not default. The green you see there is just my personal favorite theme. So if I go to the calculator, this green theme is called the terminal theme. That is my favorite theme. It's not default, so default would be system. And system depends on your system. So normally it would either be dark or light. In my case, it would be dark. So if most people open it, they'll be on system. So if you have a dark theme enabled on your operating system, this is basically how it will look for you. So it'll look almost exactly like the Windows calculator. And that's basically the default. But then obviously you can change it. And as for me, as an example, I prefer the terminal one. It just looks better in my opinion, looks nice. Audio is a bit low quality, bit of distortion. That sucks. It does seem like I'm not dropping as many frames as I used to. So maybe it gets better. I can't really turn the bitrate even lower because it's quite low already. I also don't think my internet will be getting any better soon, so yeah. Ian, how is it for you? How's the quality, especially the audio? Let me go back to the task list here. Okay, so these are calculated tasks. Then we need to also generate Steam store assets, and we need to also write Steam store info, I guess, for this one. And then I think we need to start looking into also getting Delphi Turtle ready for release. Audio is a bit messed up. Wait, let me just pull the stream up myself. Just have a look. Maybe I should turn the bitrate lower again. Yeah, let me do that. Okay, testing doesn't sound better. I did just turn the bitrate even lower. So hopefully it gets better. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can also, let me see what else I can change here. Just give me a second. Testing. Okay, how does is it better? Visually is fine. I can hear what you are saying, but it has some distortion to it. Okay, so I've turned the bitrate lower. I've also lowered the gain on the mic. I see here it says there's a 25% like dropped frames, which obviously is quite high. Nope, not yet. Darn it. But you guys can hear me, right? Like, I understand at least. Let me just listen to myself. Let me just make sure I am actually using the correct mic as well. Imagine if I'm not even using the correct microphone. So maybe I should just double check that as well. Okay. Okay, I'm just busy checking to make sure I'm using the correct mic. Testing. Did you guys hear that? Yes, loud and clear. Thank you. Mauro? How do you say your name? Mauro Guamares. Sorry for butchering your name. We're trying to figure out what's going on with my mic, but I think it might just be my bad internet quality. I feel that you can out the mic sensitivity lower. I'm gonna just flick the mic. Tell me if you guys hear that. Testing. I don't know. Sorry guys. Deal with the mic for now. Maybe my internet gets better later. Sound is pretty good. Okay, so Mauro says the sound is good for him. So I'm just gonna go on that for now. Let's get starting. Perfect pronunciation. Thank you. There's a very big delay. Yeah, there's quite a big delay. The reason why there's a big delay is because I am basically trying to stream in as high quality as I can. So YouTube gives me an option between what's the options here? It says stream latency, and then it says normal, low, and ultra low. And so if I choose normal, I will have a big delay, but at least the quality of the stream should be better. Whereas if I choose a low latency, then there won't be a big delay, but the quality might be worse. And because I have bad internet, I kind of prefer the higher quality, and then I lose a bit of latency. So it might take a while for me to actually respond to comments just because of the delay and latency. Thank you, Ian. So Ian says, yep, communication is fine, but audio is not great. If it doesn't improve, you are at least still able to speak and we will understand. Maro says, I'm in the train in Boston and transmission is perfect. Okay, well, that is working for you, Maro. How's Boston? How's the weather? I've never been in Boston. I've just been here stuck in South Africa my entire life, basically. Okay, let's jump into tasks. Okay, so basically we're going to be preparing the calculator for release, and then I want to start on the Delphi Turtle app as well, just to get it ready for release as well. I haven't worked that in a very long time. If we do go to the app section, so basically today we are working on Delphi Turtle. I'm going to cut that and move it to the top. So Delphi Turtle and Calculator. So those who just joined, these two apps, Delphi Turtle is basically a language learning app for programming, and this specific version is going to be to learn the Delphi programming language, but it will be modified to also work for Python and JavaScript and PHP and other languages. The idea behind it is to basically have a turtle on the screen and you can move it with actual Delphi programming code. There is a library in Python called Python Turtle, and I've actually gone and I've ported that library over to Delphi, and which gives us the ability to make an app like this. This app is already quite far. I can perhaps show it quickly. So let me open up the app. Just waiting for the app to open. Okay, so here's the app. So you can see the app is quite far already. And I can already do some things. I'll just pick an example here, click on play, and it actually does work. You can write actual Delphi code and we'll run the code, execute the code, and move the turtle on screen. And this can easily be adapted to other languages like Python, like JavaScript, like PHP, and whatever we want to do in the future. Okay, so this app we need to get ready for release, but this app was built on Windows, and obviously I'm not using Windows anymore, so I also need to get my Winboat to work. So on Linux, you get a program that is called Winboat, and Winboat is a program that you can use to basically run Windows applications on Linux. And so I was using this to build Delphi Turtle. So I need to get this to work again in order to actually compile a new version of Delphi Turtle. I think that's also a task that we need to get into. I think what I need to do to get Winboat to work is I'm just missing a dependency. I think I need to install Portman Compose on SteamOS. So maybe we start on that. I'll just click here. And the reason why I'm browsing in like a very small window in the middle is because YouTube Shorts, and YouTube Shorts only shows the middle part. Okay, so here I have some old commands to install Portman Compose. Let's get it going. Okay, so I will just copy paste and see what happens essentially. Copy this. Not copying. Why is he not copying? There we go. Press enter. I enter my password. Is installing. So if I remember correctly, this one will fail. And then there's the next command we run to actually get it to succeed. And Maura, I'm glad that today is good. Okay, let's see if this one actually works. Okay, I just press enter. Okay, so it did fail, but that's fine. And then I run these commands here. And then I think Portman Compose should be installed and working. I think, if I remember correctly. So now I should be able to open up Winboat. And I should be able to run Windows basically on Linux. Okay. Let's see if it works. So in theory, this, if I click play, it should work. But I'm not feeling confident here, to be honest. Portman Compose has always been a bit of an issue for me on Linux. Don't know why, but it just keeps breaking. I can't say why. It's just not working well for me. It doesn't seem like it's working. Which means I will need to reset up my entire Windows VM again for like the thousands of times. I've done it so many times. Let's just see if I can maybe click some buttons and have it work or something. Container running. Okay, something is happening. So we need the Winboat guest API to run, and that's currently the issue. Let's see if I can. Oh, it's running. It's running. Okay, perfect. So we go to apps, and then we wait a long time. I hope my computer doesn't crash. Okay, we open up Windows Desktop. Nothing works 100%. Yep, that's true. Especially when using Linux, you know. But it works good enough to dump Windows. That's all that matters. Okay, so we got Windows running. So let's open up RAD Studio 13. And then we need to figure out exactly what's broken and what's not broken on Delphi Turtle. Because last time, if I remember correctly, Delphi Turtle wasn't actually working anymore. I broke something in it. I need to figure out what I broke last time. Okay, Delphi Turtle apps. Okay, let's just press F9 to compile and see what happens. So Delphi Turtle is not fully like vibe coded. It's written by myself and then AI assisted. This was before vibe coding was a thing, but going forward it's going to be vibe coded. Okay, I'm just waiting for it to launch. If I remember correctly, I was basically porting it over to like my own library for routing, and then while doing that, I think I broke it. So let's take a look. Like I said, I haven't worked on this in such a long time. I don't remember what works, what doesn't work. Okay, so I can see that text highlighting doesn't work anymore, or code highlighting, or syntax highlighting. That has broken. Same for this one here. The code does seem to run at least, which is good. What else should I be testing here? To be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but it does seem like it's working. Okay, let's try and figure out why the syntax highlighting isn't working then, I think. I need to open this up in VS Code as well. But before I do that, sorry for those watching on YouTube Shorts. I know this is a crap UI for YouTube Shorts, but there's not much I can do about this UI. It will get better soon. Okay. I just need to look at the code here, just to figure out exactly where I was and what happened. Okay, let's first see if there's maybe a new version of the syntax highlighting library available. I think we start there. So, what was I using? I don't even remember the name, but it's something I wrote with someone else. I need to go to my repositories. Oh yeah, I can feel my internet is quite slow. Okay, so I think it was called memo or something. Not even searching. Yes, like, yeah, my internet is terrible. The if makes reach memo, that was the component we were using to get the syntax highlighting to work in Delphi Turtle. So I need to see if there's a new version available. It does seem like there is some new stuff available here for it. And yes, Ranty, screw Windows. Okay, April 6, fix highlight current line number. Okay, so I think we should start by updating the library. Let's open up VS Code and open up the specific project. I need to close some stuff as well. I've got too many stuff open here. I'm afraid my computer might crash. Okay, I'm opening up a new VS Code. And then I go to more. And I will choose my Delphi Turtle. There we go. I had to switch down to 240p. Sorry about that, Ian. Serenity, how's the quality currently for you? And Mauro, if you are still here, how's it for you? I'm afraid it won't get any better. At least not in the next few minutes. It looks like I was busy with a bunch of changes here to try and fix something. I don't remember what. The code memos on homepage is not using fmakes reach memo. Please fix. Okay, so I was actually trying to get it to fix that specifically even. Okay, I am gonna sign into GitHub. Let's start there. Like I said, I have not worked on this project for such a long time that I don't even remember like what works, what doesn't work, what still needs to be done. So definitely still lots of catching up to do on this app. I also don't know how well Copilot will be on the code base, but we'll find out. Okay. I have lots of uncommitted changes as well. Oh, I don't think I have ever even committed this. This isn't even on GitHub yet, I think. Yeah, so we also need to get it onto GitHub. That's quite important. Okay, I think we should start by updating fmakes memo. Let's just find out where I put that. I just need to wrap my head around the code here. Well, with good Wi-Fi, the quality is not bad. Okay, that's good. Hello, Astro. Woo! I agree. Woo indeed. Astro, as you can see, I'm working on Delphi Turtle. Delphi Turtle. How can I show you it's Delphi Turtle? It's Delphi Turtle, trust me. Short mic too loud, okay. Let me see what I can do about that. I have a suspicion I might be using the wrong microphone. Like maybe I'm using the webcam or something else. Testing, 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 testing. Yeah, it does seem too loud, the mic. Testing, testing. How does it sound now? Is it better now? The mic? Because I think I was using the wrong microphone. I did just make a change here. I don't know if it actually made a change. Anywho, I'm gonna continue coding here for in the meantime. Yes, we got fmax reach memo here. Let's make a new chat. Like so. And I'll pull this somewhat to the middle. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, I need to zoom in here as well. Zoom in, get rid of the code. I don't want to see the code. It's just us vibe coding. How can I like expand this? Maximize secondary sidebar. Ah, there we go. Got a full view here. I don't want to see this part. I just want to see. I can't do it the way I want to do it. Seems. Maximize panel. No, I don't want that either. Okay, I'll just maybe move my. It's fine. I'm just gonna code. Don't want to waste time. Okay. So I think I should start by GPT 5.4. Then I will tell it to please update the fmax reach memo. Fmax, here, I need to zoom in here as well. Fmax reach memo library at apps libraries. Fmax reach memo to the latest version on GitHub. Yeah, let's just start there. I don't think I need GPT 5.4 for that. We can go to GPT 5.4 mini. We will send that. Much better. Okay, that's good, Ian. I think I might have used the wrong mic, like I said, so it should be fine now. I also learned something here in OBS Studio. I learned how to change what mic output should be used. If that was the case, at least. I can try and put the bitrate even lower, to be honest, and see if it helps. But like I said, it is quite low already. Yeah, I'm putting the bitrate even lower. Serenity and Astro, can you guys check for me how it's looking now after a few seconds or so, or minutes? Especially on like 1080p or 4K quality. Just tell me like how the quality looks, or maybe 720p. Just like tell me if you don't mind. I'm just making the UI a bit better here for YouTube Shorts. Okay, we're waiting for this now to update the one library that we are using. Okay, while that's going, where's my Winboat? Did it crash? I think it might have crashed. Okay, I need to start writing the next prompt as well. So let's go to name, mem code. I need to write something here. Okay. Now please check and fix why the syntax highlighting is not working on the, what page is this? This is the page home. On the U page home uh, frame, it's not working for the mem code, and I'll copy that to my clipboard. And mem code components, they are supposed, that's fine. I'm just going to say that and then say fix it. But we need to wait for it to finish updating the library, because maybe updating the library actually also fixes the issue. So we need to wait for that to finish first. I'm only listening to you right now, can't even watch. No problem, Serenity. I'm lagging like crazy. Yeah, the previous rain wasn't helping either. Wait, I can watch my own stream. Give me a second. Let me just have a look here. Yeah, so the quality doesn't look great, on my phone at least. But I am watching at 720p. Let's up it to 1080p. Let's see if it's better. Yeah, it's just terrible quality. Yes, Steam is 2 FPS now. You mean the stream? It's 2 FPS. I'll see what I can do to improve it. So just give me a second again. Yeah, I can see the stream is just terrible. Stream. Give me a second. Yeah, stream. Ah, man. I will lower the bitrate even more. But I think the quality is really gonna suffer. But at least you guys can hear me then, I guess. And see somewhat. Okay. I've set the stream quality even lower. The bitrate. Okay, while it's applying that bitrate change, I will just read through here and see what the AI says. Okay, I think I need to help the AI here. I need to just go with what library I'm talking about. Is it better now, Astro and Serenity? The quality? Or is it just bad still? You guys who are watching, if you guys can hear me, how is the quality? See, we got 7 viewers. To those watching, can you tell me how the video and audio quality sounds? Because I do have quite bad internet, and I suspect that it's suffering, still like 10 FPS. Oh man, I've turned the bitrate all the way down quite a lot already. Stream doesn't look different as quality. And you're saying it's 10 FPS as well that's running at, but still low FPS. I will do the horrible thing and put the bitrate even lower again and see if it helps. Okay, bitrate is even lower now. I don't know if it's maybe because of Winboat. That might also be it. Let's stop Winboat and see if it helps. I might be doing too much here, which is possible. Okay, is it better now? Now that I've stopped Winboat. Like if I move, am I still moving in 10 FPS or how is it? Audio is better than the start. Okay. But the video quality, is it 10 FPS but low FPS? Why? Tell me why, tell me why. Does she look like a fly? I don't see why, man. I'm busy investigating though. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience, is what I'm getting here, experience buffering. Yeah. There's literally nothing I can do besides putting my bitrate lower. Just my internet's just not good enough. That is why we do have a goal of getting better internet. If I open up the vibe coding section here and we go to goals, you'll see we have a goal, better internet. Wait, it's good now. Okay. Are you sure? Is it much better now? Then in that case it might have been Winboat that was just causing too much resources to be chucked, basically. Okay, it was that. Okay. Noted. We cannot run Winboat while streaming. Okay, then I'm gonna try and put my bitrate up again. So I'm gonna put it to like 7,500, I think. And let's see if it's still good then. Okay, I have now increased my bitrate. Tell me if it's still smooth, please. I'm suspecting it was Winboat then. Then in that case I can't do Winboat on stream, so I'll need to do that off stream, which is quite unfortunate. Okay, I will let this update the library still, but then in this case it doesn't make sense for me to work on Delphi Turtle on stream. I will need to work off stream on that. It's very unfortunate, unless I set up a server to run that from. That might be the plan. Okay, I think we'll need to set up a Windows server and then basically compile the Delphi applications on that server instead of doing it locally here. Okay, then in that case, we are not doing Delphi Turtle today. That's out, but we can still improve the store page. So basically, I have submitted Delphi Turtle to Steam already, but the thing is, Valve came back with some issues, and you can basically see the issues here if I make this bigger, and we can close Copilot for now. So they have a couple of issues here with the store presence. It's a bit more laggy now. Oh yeah, I can see YouTube is warning me that it's laggy. So let's put the bitrate a tiny bit down again to 7000. Bit choppy, but not consistently. Okay. Yeah, this is bad internet, I guess, as well. Okay, so I'm going to go through the issues that Steam had with the store page, and we'll try and basically fix that, I think. So failure, your store page has a failed review because early access answers suggest your development is finished and you just need to do final bug testing and or polish. Okay, that's definitely not the case. Delphi Turtle may still have bugs and issues, and therefore we're not feeling confident in releasing it outside of early access yet. Okay, so here we can see the page. They're not happy about the text that I basically have here. So let's improve that then. I will ask Copilot to write something for me. I will type to Copilot here. Valve has an issue with my why early access text. This is what they said. Then I'll basically just paste in here what Valve said. So I'll copy this in. See, Serenity is also sending me a Steam message. Let's just have a look here and see what he's saying. I don't know how many seconds. Yeah, it feels like it's quite a few seconds, if I'm quite honest. Okay, then I need to explain to Copilot what I'm going to be adding and still doing to it. So please write something better there for the Steam page. This is the current state and why it needs to be early access from my point of view. The app is, or let's just say here, Delphi Turtle is not finished yet. Just want to open it to basically compare and just think what still needs to be done. I'm just waiting for it to open. Okay, so this is the app. I need to add more tutorials. Okay, Delphi Turtle is not finished yet. What else is there? Why early access? How is the full version planned to differ from early access? Okay, so I think this is where we add what still needs to be added. So how do I explain why early access? Because the reason is it's not finished yet. But then Valve says, basically I can't say that. Because how should I say it? Not finished yet. It still needs lots of new features to be added and tested, but it is ready for basic usage. We need community feedback. I don't know if that maybe is better. Let's see what Copilot gives us. Maybe it helps. To those watching on YouTube Shorts, I'm basically asking Copilot, as you can see there, just to write something for me. So we basically just waiting for it now to write. Okay, why early access? Delphi is an active, ongoing project. The app already provides a... This is too long. Oh man, I just need How much space do I have to write? It doesn't say. I just need one paragraph. Okay, let's see what it says or what Copilot gives us. Cheers, Serenity. Dear Sean, oh cheers, Sean. Enjoy your coding. Thank you. I will enjoy my coding. What are you going to be doing? Sleeping. Yeah, I'm guessing you have school tomorrow, right? Davitil is an unfinished, actively developed learning app. The core lessons and a runnable code environment are ready for basic use, but many major features, additional lesson packs, editor and debugging tools, teacher modes, localization, and expanded sample projects are still in progress. We are releasing in early access so real learners can test incomplete systems, report bugs, and shape future priorities and lesson balance. And you should expect regular updates, visible roadmap milestones, and occasional instability as we iterate based on community feedback. Okay, I don't like this. This is just talking too much. Total is an unfinished, actively developed. I'm gonna use some parts of this. Turtle is an unfinished, actively developed code learning app. The core lessons and a runnable code. Sometimes my browser freezes. Let's see if I can get my browser fixed here on the side. And it's going to take a while. Okay, let's just type here so long what we are planning to say. Then we can add it in later. How can I show YouTube Shorts as well what I'm busy typing? We'll do, or let's type it in VS Code. That might be better. Enter. Actually, I think I have the page up again. I will show it shortly. I'm putting it back here. I'm going to type this outside of the page just because I don't trust browser to handle typing properly. So those watching on YouTube Shorts, you won't see much. Apologies about that. Because I'm going to type here on the side, David Turtle is an unfinished, actively developed learning app. The core, the basic lessons and a runnable code environment are the basic lessons and the runnable code are ready for basic use, but many major features are still in development. Then we need to, what else say here? Development. I'm just gonna say this. That's good enough for now, in my opinion. You can change it later. Let's see what else they have issues with. Okay, so they said here that if you have all your gameplay defined already and are just looking for final bug testing, then early access isn't the right place for that. You'll probably just want to send out some keys to fans or run a Steam playtest, or do more internal testing. Early access is intended as a place where customers can have an impact on the game's direction. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's then type something here for Copilot. I like this part. I'm typing on the side outside of YouTube Shorts. And then I'm going to say here, this is also something they said. I'm just going to paste in what Valve said there. Let's see what it does, and then I'll continue reading so long here. For more about early access, you can go read there, okay? I'm not going to do that. A failure. Your store page has failed review because your early access answers do not fully explain what the customer can expect from your app. In particular, please expand on the answers to the following question. Why early access? The answer should give details about your goals. Make sure you are ready for the commitment of continuing to work on your product, receiving feedback, and seeing your project through to completion. Okay. Okay, so Copilot came back. Copilot is saying that Delphi Turtle is an unfinished, actively developed learning app. The basic lessons and a runnable code environment are ready for basic use, but many major features are still in development. We are launching in early access so players can do more than help with final bug testing. Real users will shape the direction of the product by testing incomplete systems, influencing which lesson modules, editor and debugging tools, teacher features, and this is just way too much, but it's a good start. I'm going to take this and I'm going to start modifying it. For basic use, but many major features are still in development. We're launching in early access so players can can help with how do I say this? Can help shape the direction of the product of the app by testing incomplete systems and complete systems and providing feedback on on existing and future content. This doesn't sound right, but I need something. Okay, Delphi Turtle is an unfinished, actively developed learning app. The basic lessons and a runnable code environment are ready for basic use, but many major features are still in development. We are launching in early access so players can help shape the direction of the app by testing incomplete systems and providing feedback on existing and future, let's say, features. Yeah, I think that's a good one for now. Okay, next one. They said here that okay, approximately how long will this game be in early access? We understand that the game development can result in uncertain release dates, so we don't want anything too definitive here. However, we ask that you use your best judgment to make an approximate estimate for when the game might come out of early access. Something like roughly X weeks/months or roughly by date will work. How are you planning on involving the community in your development process? The community plays a crucial role in early access development. Give details on what impact they'll have on a game's direction. If you have preferred methods of communication, share them here. Okay. Let's start by the approximate direction for as long as it's needed. So I'll need to start adjusting that. I'll write here as long as it's needed. I just need to copy this somewhere else as well in case my browser crashes. I'll make a new chat here. Ask. Sure. I see Astro is saying, say something like that. You are still testing some features that is experimental. Let's see. Runnable code environment already. Yada yada yada. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for now, Astro, just the way it is. I don't want to waste too much time. Okay, for as long as it's needed. But we are aiming for a 2026 release. I think that's a bit more clear than before. Okay, how is the full version planned to differ from the early access version? Our hope for the full version is that it'll have full Delphi code support as well as full turtle graphics support. This is not good enough. Okay, need to add that. Okay. Please write something for this question. Here is what the full version will have. Full Delphi code support. Full graphics, full turtle graphics library support. Steam achievements. Steam cloud save. I would love to have Steam Workshop support, but will that be for the full version is the question. Let's write it here. We can always change this later. Steam Workshop support. Let's just more lessons. What do I call it in the interface? Do I call it lessons? I just call it teach me. Let's say more code examples and lessons. Okay, what else will we have in the final version here? I would love for the ability for someone to write something and then export whatever they made to an exe. Like almost be able to build their own game or animation with this and then export that. That would be quite cool to have. Would that be doable? I'm gonna write it down here. Whether we'll do it or not, I don't know. Ability to export projects. Let's add that. I'm gonna send that and see what it gives us. I don't like the way it wrote it. Maybe I should just put exactly what I wrote here, like so. Why not? Okay. Okay. What else is here? There was one more thing. How are you planning on involving the community in your development process so that they weren't happy about this one? So we need to improve that one as well. I see Stian joined. Hey Stian, welcome. How's it going with the calculator? The calculator is actually doing really well. We made quite good progress on that yesterday. I can show you even. Okay, so do you see the calculator? So we made quite good progress. We've basically made the entire calculator be mobile responsive. So you'll see on the standard mode, it now looks good. If you go to scientific, it looks good. Going to graphing, it looks good, as well as the options menu, as well as the expressions. So overall, it just looks much better on mobile. Same for programmer, same for all of these modes. They all now look much better on mobile. We also fixed a bunch of bugs in it and issues that we had, and some icons and things. We fixed languages. We fixed some theming issues. We improved the speed. So as soon as we published the calculator, it took like 10 to 15 seconds for it to actually load. So we had to also improve the loading time. There was an issue in terms of loading themes. It was actually loading all of the themes at the beginning instead of just loading the theme that was actually needed. So we did improve that as well. And the calculator is currently live. So you're welcome to go visit it. It's live on the wrong URL actually. We need to move it to the correct URL, which we'll do pretty soon. But currently I'm busy preparing the store page for Delphi Turtle. So Delphi Turtle is also an application that we are busy building, and you can see it right here. It's basically an app to learn Delphi via the Turtle graphics library. So on the right hand side, you basically write code, so you can like tell the turtle to like go forward 50, and you would say run me, and actually moves the turtle forward. And you can write like actual Delphi code, meaning like for loops and functions and all of that. That works here, like normal Delphi programming code. Here's a full example that I have. So you can see it's basically just executing all of this code in a row. And the idea is not just to build this for Delphi. The first version will be Delphi, but eventually we'll expand this to also Python, JavaScript, PHP, and each programming language will have their own version of the app. And the hope is also to have workshop support so people can draw quite cool stuff on this. Like they can even build games with this technically, since it's a graphics library. So in theory, they could even build a whole game in this. And the idea is to also allow them to export whatever they have built and then publish that onto the Steam Workshop, or have a standalone exe or whatever they want to export to. And that's essentially the plan that we have here. And now we are essentially building the store page. We did submit the store page to Valve, and they came back with a bunch of issues. So we need to fix the issues now. I'm basically going through the issues and then fixing the issues. It's mostly issues in terms of text, like the things I wrote here, they were not happy about that. So we need to improve the copy. So I'm basically asking Microsoft Copilot to fix the text for me. And then we'll resubmit the store page to Valve and see what they say. I don't want to spend too much effort like writing the text here, because it can always be changed later. I just want to get the product out, to be honest. In my opinion, I can spend more time on the actual text later. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Okay, so let's just see what the issue is they had again. Okay, so they basically said, how are you planning on involving the community in your development process? The community plays a crucial role in early access development. Give details on what impact they'll have on the game's direction. If you have preferred methods of communication, share them here. Okay, so let's start by going to Copilot. And Stian says, looks very smooth. Thank you, Stian. And sheesh, you're building fast. Well, not fast enough, Stian. We need to build faster. I feel like we're building too slow here. And Stian says, I love that everything, including the store page, is vibe coded. Well, that's the goal. I wouldn't say it's fully vibe coded, but the goal is to eventually have it all fully vibe coded. So we're slowly getting there. I'm still learning the AI and slowly getting into the vibe coding mood, but yeah, we are getting there, Stian. Okay, so I need to paste this Copilot and say, Valve has an issue with what I wrote for this question. What I wrote on this question. Then I'll paste the question forward. I wrote this. Then I'll paste what I wrote. And then I'll say this was the feedback. Then I'll paste the feedback that they gave. So I'll copy that. I'll paste the feedback in. Please write something else then it says here at the bottom, if you have preferred methods of communication, share them here. So I think I would like for them to post GitHub issues. So let's then add the GitHub link. Oh, I haven't even built an about page yet with Alpha Turtle. We need to build an about page as well. Because in my mind, I was thinking, go to about, click on source code or GitHub. But we haven't even built that yet. I do have a GitHub for it, but it hasn't been pushed yet. But I think we can add it in there for now. And then Astro says, Sean, are you working faster and harder on Steam than off stream? So it depends on what kind of working you mean. So going forward, on stream is going to be the place where I'm working on all of my personal projects. But then obviously I still have other work, commercial work that I do off stream, which I can't be streaming obviously for my normal full-time job. So and my normal full-time job's obviously more hours than streaming. Because for streaming I can just do a few hours every day. If that makes sense. Okay, so we need to open up the Alpha Turtle. But the plan with this stream is to basically build in public. So whatever I am building, I'm going to be streaming. So there's no more building off stream. It's everything that I code for personal projects will be on stream. Okay, this is the repository. I need to give this to Copilot. I want people to be opening up GitHub issues if they have any issues. Any feedback or issues or bugs can be opened, can be put on GitHub issues. Astro says, still have to cut down your tree. Yes, I do have to cut down the tree. But it's not just one tree though, it's more than one tree. So what Astro is talking about is we are using mobile internet because we don't have fiber or ADSL or anything else here. The only solutions that we have here are mobile internet or satellite. But we live in South Africa and South Africa doesn't have Starlink. They are not allowing Elon Musk to bring Starlink to South Africa. Yet I'm hoping it changes in the future. And the other satellite options are just terrible, like absolutely terrible. So the only option that I actually have is mobile internet. And currently I'm basically running on 2G and 3G, sometimes 4G. So it's not great internet. As example, I think my speed currently is like 3 megabit per second. That's why the stream also buffers and isn't that smooth every now and then. Just because the internet's terrible. Like it goes between like 2 megabit per second and like maybe 7 or 6 megabit per second, which isn't good enough for streaming, to be honest. But yeah, that's all I got right now. So, and then what he's talking about the trees is there's actually trees in front of the tower. So if I stand in front of my house, I can actually see the tower from my house. But the thing is, it's being blocked by a bunch of trees. So we need to actually cut down the trees. And hopefully then the Wi-Fi and the internet will also be better. So that's the plan. I just haven't had time to actually cut down the trees yet. But that is the plan. Okay, let's have a read here. We plan to keep the price stable when we leave. No, what? Did I paste the wrong thing? Oh, I pasted the wrong question forward. Okay, let's try this again. Paste again. I wanted to paste this one, actually. I pasted the completely wrong one. Okay. Let's paste again and see what it says. Stian is laughing for us. He says, ha 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 lol. Okay, let's see what Copilot gave us. It says here, we'll involve the community at every step, report bugs and request features on our GitHub issues, and use the Steam discussion boards for broader conversation. Place test signups and quick polls. We'll run occasional targeted playtests and surveys, publish visible roadmap and regular change logs. I don't like all of this. Yeah, I'm gonna take all of this and I'll make my own version of it, I think. I'll paste this into somewhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna paste it to. I'll make just a new file here for now. So we got something. Something.md. Oh, I made a folder by accident. Fine. Something.md. Okay, paste this in here. Let's see. I'll make it a bit bigger for YouTube Shorts. Like so. Okay. We'll involve the community at every step, report bugs and request features on our GitHub issues, and use this. I don't want to use Steam discussion boards for broader conversation. Playtest on a quick polls. Okay, let's take that away. I'll write here. We'll run occasional targeted. I don't want to do that either. We'll publish. Step. Okay, we'll involve the community at every step. Let's do this. We'll publish a visible roadmap and regular change logs and triage community input publicly, so votes, comments, and reproducible bug reports directly influence our priorities. Lesson content, editor, debugger, features, export, workshop support, localization, accessibility, etc. Okay. Contributors are welcome to submit PRs for code or lesson content. We'll acknowledge contributors, respond to high impact reports, and announce milestone plans in advance so early access players can shape feature design and release order rather than only helping with final polish. I can then say players can report bugs and request features on our GitHub issues. I think this is a much better copy, so we'll use that. I'll paste that in. Perfect. Okay. What date that you will be releasing from early access? Okay. We don't have a date yet, but I definitely want to release it this year. So not later than this year. I will just say 2026 for now. Maybe I don't need to put in the rest. Let's have a look here. Okay. I'm gonna say save. And I'll go here. I'll refresh that. Okay, so now I think we can submit this for review again. So I'm going to say mark ready as review. Okay, setting this product store page as ready for review will add it to the queue for Valve's review team to test. Review of store pages, just making it better for YouTube Shorts. Review of store pages typically takes 2 to 3 days. This process will automatically generate a support ticket that you can use to communicate with our review team. We will email you with any feedback or with approval. You may leave notes below to help expedite testing time. Let's go. Shall I say that? Maybe not. Don't want to get in the bad books here for Valve. Okay, so what happened? Okay, looks like your app is in the review queue. This review will typically take 3 to 5 business days. Okay, perfect. So we're in. Okay. And then the issue they had with the game build was there wasn't a trailer. So I need to make a trailer for that, for the app. The thing is I can't make a trailer while recording or streaming. So the trailer I will need to make off stream. So this I will most likely do later this week by myself. But we need to wait for the store page anyway, which will take 3 to 5 business days. So off stream, I will then make the trailer before the store presence is done, I think. Okay, so we are finished, klar, with Delphi Total for now. Let's go to this one. How is this still loading? What? What's it doing? The upstream code is in place now. I'm doing another verification pass against the upstream checkout to confirm the source file matches and to see whether anything else in the library still diverges. That's okay. Sure. What did you change? Why? Go current line. Yeah, I think it's going to take a bit longer to actually sort out, but it's fine. Okay, I'm done with Delphi Turtle for now. I think we should move on to the calculator and start preparing the calculator store page as well. Because I have not done anything on the store page for the Delphi or for the calculator just yet. So, let's start. It's going to be called Result Calculator. I actually want to do this in Chrome instead of Edge. Just because Microsoft can't make a good browser for Linux. Even though it is better than most browsers, most of the time in my opinion, it still has some issues, like crashing occasionally. So I'm going to be using Chrome. I will bring it over soon. Okay, here we got Chrome. And then I will zoom in. Okay, so sorry for the YouTube Shorts people. I know you can't see everything properly right now. Does Chrome have vertical tabs? I don't even use Chrome that often. I don't know if it has vertical tabs, to be honest. Would be nice if it did. Tab groups. Shall I just search here? Does Google Chrome have vertical tabs? Astro is saying, at this rate, Sean is moving faster than Valve. Give us Half-Life 3 and working back Valve and finish SteamOS. I have to agree there. I wouldn't say I'm moving faster than Valve though, because they have a whole 300-person team. I'm just one solo guy. But yeah, they need to give us Half-Life 3 and back. Astro, have you even played Half-Life 1 and 2? Because those games came out before you were even born. Have you played them yet? Okay, so it says here that Google Chrome does have vertical tabs. You have to be on version 1.4.6 or later. So what version do I have? Help. 1.4.7. Okay, so I do have the correct version for that. You can enable vertical tabs by right-clicking on any tab and selecting Show Tabs vertically. I don't see that, bro. Yeah, I don't see that. Let's go to Settings and we'll just search here vertical tab. Because it doesn't seem like Google Chrome has vertical tabs. That's unfortunate. And that's why Edge is better most of the time on Linux compared to Chrome. It's fine. Sorry, YouTube Shorts, you won't see much. Okay, so calculator. We are branding it as Result Calculator. It's made by me. Application, website, URL. Okay, so we need to change the URL for it. So we'll go to the other browser and we'll go to GitHub. For those who just joined, this is the calculator. We are busy building the best calculator on Linux because Linux doesn't have any good calculator and Windows has a pretty good calculator. So I am rebuilding the Windows calculator but cross-platform, meaning it will work on Linux essentially. And this is it. Okay, so I'm going to go to GitHub. Then we need to change where it's publishing it to. because I don't want it to be on this URL anymore. I want it to be on calculator.apps.SeanResult. Yes, I need to change that. I don't know if there's going to be any sensitive information, so I'm going to do that off screen, just in case there's any sensitive information there. If there isn't any, then I will bring it back. It doesn't seem like there is any sensitive information, so I'll bring it back here. Okay, so basically what we need to do is quite simple. You just come in here to the repository, go to settings, go to pages, and then here you'll see basically what domain it should be on. So all I have to do is simply just change it from this to calculator.apps.SeanResult.com, and that's it. Then we press save. Okay, so it's saved. It's now published. So you guys are welcome to go to this URL, and you should now see the calculator. So if I were to click or visit site, it should load the calculator. Okay, no, it doesn't. So this, we also have a public-facing page, as you can see here. Just ignore this. This is obviously vibe-coded. We are going to be improving it, doing a better vibe-coded version. This was just one short page for something. But you can then go to top right part and click on Launch App. And that then actually launches the calculator. So I say, but oh, it's still slow. Okay, we need to improve the speed still. It's still pretty damn slow. Okay, Astro, let me see the chat. The only game I played that is older than me is StarCraft. StarCraft Blood. I mean, I'm guessing you meant Blood War, and StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 is the only like a few months older than me. Sean, even if you dox yourself, no one is diving that far to drop you. I guess that's also true. Put it in the stream description. I shall do so. So I'll put it in the description later, but there is the link if you guys want to test it out in the comments. So that's the current link for the calculator. It does still take a while to actually open, so we need to improve the speed even more. It used to take like 10 to 15 seconds. It felt like it took maybe 5 seconds now, so it is still a bit slow. Definitely still room to improve it. Okay, so we got a new URL. Now we need to basically tell Copilot about this, because I think everything in the UI is still using the old URL. So let's start here. We'll choose a... Why can't I use this? I think my GitHub is not lekker. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna choose GPT 5.4 mini, and I will tell it that I've changed the website URL from calculator.SeanResult.com to calculator.apps.SeanResult.com. Okay. Please make sure that whatever used the URL in this repo is now using the new URL. Okay. Let's let it cook. Let it cook. While that's going, let's continue on the store page. So application website URL, we can now enter in the new URL here, which is this part. And then stat URL, online, privacy, okay, nothing is needed there, I think. Okay, social media links. Do we add YouTube? The vibe coding? Nah, we'll leave that for now. Okay, supported platforms. Because I'm publishing the Windows version first on Steam, I'm going to leave it on Windows for now, but I'll come back to these ones later. Let me just think about it first. Let's just ask Copilot something quickly here. I want to publish a Linux version of this app on Steam. Um, can I publish the flat pack version on Steam, or how does it work? Okay, then I'll put this on GPT-5 Mini, which is the free one. I'll set it to nothing and just send that as well. See what it says. Then I'll continue here for now. Coming soon, release date. When are we planning to have this released? What are we thinking? How long will it take? I mean, it's just a calculator. So let's go for, at the latest, 1 July. Surely we'll have it ready by then. Public date display. Okay, publicly, I just wanted to say coming soon. Or do we say 2026? I'm just going to say coming soon. I'll update that. Good night, Astro. Good luck tomorrow. I hope you sleep well and you ace the paper. Okay, then as for the languages on Steam and the app, I've basically added support for pretty much all languages, to be honest. So I think we can literally tick all of them. Like literally just all of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure we got all of these languages supported. I think I added 103 different languages into the calculator. So to show that, I will go to my calculator, go to the hamburger menu, then go to settings, and then you'll see languages. And I think we literally have 103 different languages here, which is quite a lot. Okay, chat took too long to get ready. Please ensure you are signed into GitHub Copilot or GitHub. What do you mean? Why would I not be signed in? I'm clearly signed in. Don't know what this thing is smoking. What do you mean, bro? I'm literally signed in. Like, what do you want from me? Do I sign out? Let's close VS Code. And then I shall open up a new instance, I think. Yo, it's so cold here. My hands are freezing. My hands and my nose are freezing. I also have a deviated septum, so I also can't breathe through my nose in any case. To those who don't know what that is, we can type it in chat here. I'll ask Copilot, what is a deviated septum? Can you also draw it as an SVG under the other folder to show it? Okay, I'll put it on high. Let's see what GPT-5 Mini gives us, and then we'll see if it's accurate. Okay, while that's going, let's open up the calculator again. Okay, I need to zoom in. What size was I at? I think it was a bit smaller, wasn't I? Something like this. Smaller. Okay, let's try this again. I will sign into Copilot or sign into GitHub. And I'll have a sip of water. And yes, I do have a 5-liter jug of water. Okay. Let's see. I've signed into GitHub. So in theory, I should be able to just ask the same question again. Also, retry there. Let's see what it does. Looking for my stream. There we go. Okay. While this is running, I will quickly head to the bathroom and then I'll be back shortly. Just want to move it in here. Come on, work with me. We can VS Code. Hello? Why is VS Code being difficult? Just put it in here. There we go. Okay, while that's running, I'm quickly gonna head off. I'll be back shortly. What is up, everybody? See, it's still going here. Okay, so let's see what it changed. Calculator, sure. Read me. Okay. Why did it change CNAME twice? I'm not sure. I'm also gonna say here, please commit this, and yeah, that's it. Let's send it. And then let's read here about the publishing on Flatpak. Okay, so we asked it if it's possible to publish on Steam, a Linux version, but publishing a Flatpak version. Okay, plan created. Now I'll explain Steam distribution and the recommended next step. Short answer, no. Steam will not install a Flatpak from FlatHub for users. She must upload a Linux build to Steamworks SteamPipe. You can reuse the files inside your Flatpak, but you cannot simply publish the Flatpak through a Steam store. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, Steam distribution. Steam delivers files via Steamworks SteamPipe depots. It expects the app files. Okay, so I do want it to be there, but I want the Flatpak to be there. I don't think it understands what I mean. Flatpak UX problems. Making Steam call Flatpak. Okay, no. I meant by putting or uploading the Flatpak to Steam. Okay, but in any case, let's continue reading here. Practical options. Native Linux depot. Best practice. Extract your Flatpak build output. Binaries, resources, runtimes needed, or build a dedicated Linux distribution, app image or tarball, and upload those files to a Linux depot in Steamworks. Okay, so app image apparently works. Bundle Flatpak, not recommended. You could include a Flatpak bundle and run Flatpak commands from a launcher script, but it requires Flatpak on the host and is fragile. Okay, Windows plus Proton. Alternatively, okay, so we are going to be shipping a Windows version, so that will automatically work as well. Okay, recommended minimal steps. Build a Linux artifact, app image from your project. You can reuse the Flatpak build options. Create a Steam app in Steamworks and add a Linux depot. Upload via Steam Pipe, Steam CMD, use and whatever. Set the Linux executable path in the Steam app configurable and test on a Linux client and on a Steam Deck. Request deck verification if you want deck specific certification. Example, very short commands. Okay. Maybe we should then do that now as well and see if it's possible. Okay, let's go back to our browser. Let's go up here. Let's add Linux and SteamOS support. They will try and make an app image version, I think. Okay. I see here OS version, some stuff. I'm just gonna say 1 gigabyte and 2 gigabyte. I'm not gonna worry too much about these requirements. Okay, we're going to be supporting all languages. That's fine. Supported features. Okay, so for the first version, there won't be any supported features, but we are going to be adding some things in here eventually, like Steam achievements and Steam Cloud and trading cards and stats and all that. But for the first version, we are not going to be having any of these ones here. I guess we could have Steam Remote Play together if people want to like use the calculator together. Okay, so setting this feature means that your game allows players to invite their Steam friends to play with them via streaming. One instance of the game runs on the host machine, while other friends connect their controllers and view the game through the internet. Okay, so I think we can do remote play together. I'm just reading a bit more here. Commentary available. This feature is intended to communicate when your game offers a special mode for players to discover developer commentary within the game. Oh, that would be interesting if we add this, like developer commentary into a calculator and also other future apps. That would be quite interesting. I'll consider that. What else is here? China, not China, Steam. I don't know why I read China. Steam Workshop for Steam. Oh, there's China. That's why I read it. Okay, Steam Workshop, Steam Timeline. Okay, I think that's it for now. What else? This is what kind of applications is this? This is utilities. I think that's fine. Now we need to add tags. Let's see what tags we can add. I think the other Copilot prompts should be done as well. We spoke earlier about my deviated septum, meaning that I can't actually breathe through my nose. And then I said, for those who don't know what a deviated septum is, we'll ask Copilot. So let's see what Copilot said. Oops, that's the wrong one. Okay, so Copilot said, I'll write a concise explanation and add an SVG illustration. Okay, let's see here. Brief summary. Definition. The nasal septum is the thin wall of bone and cartilage that divides the nostrils. A deviated septum means that this wall is displaced from the midline, making one nasal passage smaller. Common symptoms. Nasal congestion, usually one side. Difficulty breathing through the nose, recurrent sinus infections, nosebleeds, snoring, or disturbed sleep. Yeah, basically what this says here. So I can't breathe at all through my nose, essentially. I breathe through my mouth. And let's see what it made. I wouldn't say that's a great image, to be honest. But sure, let's leave it at that. Okay, let's head back to Chrome, and then we can add some tags. I see Hyper Voice app is saying, hey, whereabout are you from in SA? So I'm from the Free State in South Africa, but I don't currently live there, but I am from the Free State. Where are you from, Hyper Voice? Do you also stay in SA, or where do you stay? Okay, so what tags do we add for a calculator? I don't know. Okay, so I guess we do add utilities to it. I guess we could add coding because we do have a programmer calculator mode. Choices matter? Do we add choices matter for a calculator? Well, there is other calculators on Steam, so maybe we look at what those ones have. Oh, you're from Joburg. That's pretty cool. Also building a product, but still need to build in public. Okay. I'm guessing you are building a hyper voice app. Am I correct? I will tell you shortly what I'm building. Okay, so I just search on Steam for calculator. Because I think there are other calculators, even though they are quite shit. So I want to see like what tags they have. Okay, so this one has action. Wait, this isn't a calculator. Is it? No. This one? No, this one is an actual calculator. Okay, adventure, indie, psychological horror. Okay, so I guess I could add indie. That does make sense. Did I just close it now? Yeah. Okay, so indie. I like how that guy said psychological horror for his calculator. Okay, let's see what else is here. I don't think there's any other calculators. Souls-like. Okay. Do I have to add more tags? Don't know what tags there are, to be honest. Choices matter. What do we say? 2D? I guess it's 2D, yeah? Is it casual? I'm gonna leave it like that for now. You applied 4 tags. You must add at least 5 tags. Okay, so I need to add one more tag to it. Any suggestions for what tag I can add for a calculator? So to answer... Oh, I can ask Claude what to tag it. You are correct, my friend. Let's just go... I'll take a screenshot of this. I'll go into my calculator repo. Then I'll make a new chat here. I'm not going to be asking Claude though, because Claude is expensive. I'm just going to be asking this one. I'll type here, I need to add Steam store tags for my calculator app. Please suggest some tags. Let's see what it says. Turn-based strategy. I like that. Okay, so to answer your question, Hyper Voice app, we are building a bunch of different applications, but the first one is a calculator because I'm using a Steam Deck, which runs on SteamOS, and that, of course, is Linux. And the thing is, Linux doesn't have any good calculators. I have tested probably 20 different calculators on Linux, and all of them are just terrible, like super duper terrible. The best one I found was the one made by the official KDE team, and that one is called KCalc. Now, it's not bad per se. I mean, it's a calculator, but it doesn't work as nice as the Windows calculator. I'm really missing the Windows calculator. So that's why I started building the Windows calculator as a cross-platform application. So, to show you my calculator, here it is. So, it has themes in it. So I currently have the terminal theme enabled, which makes it look like a green terminal theme. But you can go and choose the normal dark theme, which makes it looks like the Windows calculator. You see, looks familiar if you guys are using the Windows calculator. It has all the features of the Windows calculator and more. So we have already matched the Windows calculator in terms of parity. Now we are just improving it, adding more features and adding some Easter eggs and stuff like that, essentially. I can show it. So we have standard, we have scientific, we have graphing, we have programmer, we have date calculation. We have a bunch of different converters here as well. And yeah, GPT-5 Mini is quite slow, Mike. But it's slow, but it's free. So that's a good thing. So in GitHub Copilot, they charge you per request. So every time I type a message, it will basically take a request, and you only get a certain amount of requests per month. And because I'm using GitHub Copilot, I do get the GPT-5 mini one for free. You'll see here that the request multiplier is 0, meaning that I can essentially do infinite requests to it. That's why I'm using it, because it's free. I do use the GPT 5.4 one for like coding, because one request is just 1 times multiplier. But if you were to use GPT 5.5, that would be a 7.5 times multiplier, so it's way more expensive. The same goes for Claude Opus 4.7. It's just way more expensive. It has a 15 times multiplier, as you can see. And yes, I do also have the conversions Hyper Voice app. So you'll see here, I basically have the conversions for all of them. But not just the conversions, I've even improved it from the Windows app. And the reason why I moved from Windows to Linux is simply the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is amazing. It's like a portable computer. And SteamOS is pretty nice as well. When I used to be on Windows, I had to reinstall my operating system at least once a year because something broke. But I've been on SteamOS for more than a year now, and nothing has broken. It just works. There's nothing in terms of stability. It's just way more stable, and I need something stable, to be honest. Windows just kept breaking for me. But I need to catch up here in the chat quickly. Just quickly reading through it here. Okay, Hyper Voice app says actually started building it because my typing ain't so good, so I built a speech to text app for Windows. Use it about 95% of my day rather than typing. Okay, that's pretty cool. Text to speech app. Or speech to text app, I mean. Okay. Is it like live yet? Published? Can anyone use it? Or is it just for yourself right now? I actually built a text-to-speech app many years ago. I wonder if I can still find it. I think I built this like probably 15 years ago is when I built this. What was the name? I think it was called something like Result. Maybe it was just called Result Speech? Something like that. I wonder if we can find it. Was it called Result Text to Speech? It would be quite interesting to find it and show you guys how it looked. Oh, we found it! Result Text Reader. This is it. Let's see how it looks. So this app I built like 15 years ago, roughly. Yep, that's it. So basically you could type in text and then you can change the volume, you can change the rate, and you can press speak and then it would basically talk it. This looks like an old version, unless I remember wrong, but I think a newer version was released later where you could choose like a voice on the right hand side. So you could choose between like, I think 4 different voices, like a woman voice and a man voice and all that. And that would like then change the person speaking. Yeah, this was made a very long time ago. There's only one screenshot, unfortunately. Oh, there's more than one. Okay. So here's another screenshot. Oh yes, you could also save strings. So that's I had some pranking like predefined strings. I remember now. Some cringy ones here, definitely. I was using this to like prank call people. So I would like call someone or install the app on their computer and then basically run the command to play this text to speech. That's why I had some of these ones here. Bang! Blast from the past. You can still download it today, version 3. I don't know how old version 3 is, but it's there. This bloody Andre guy gave me a 3-star. Come on, Andre. Why only 3-star? Give me a 5-star. Dang. Okay, let's read the chat here again. That's pretty cool. Do you also have conversions? Why did you move from Windows? What's the coolest thing you've ever vibe coded? What's the coolest thing I've vibe coded? So I only recently started vibe coding. It's officially basically my 3rd day since it's the third video. I would say this calculator is pretty cool. It's not fully vibe coded, but most in it is vibe coded. And then there's also the QR code generator that we're also busy building. This one's also mostly vibe coded, not fully, but mostly. So these two ones are pretty cool, I think. Actually, I'm lying. I built some actually really cool stuff as well. It's not fully vibe coded again, but I did use AI to help me. Um, so I regularly use the Delphi programming language, and I'm a big fan of the Delphi programming language. And with the help of AI, I actually added support for CSS within Delphi. So if you are using the Delphi FireMonkey framework, using what I built, you can actually like write CSS, like just straight normal CSS, and then use that to style a Delphi app. And you can even have the exact same style sheet for your website and your app, and it would style both the app and the website exactly the same. And that was pretty damn cool, I must say. It's not released; it's just something for myself, but I was quite proud of that. I started like playing with that, with the idea of doing that a long time ago, but it wasn't until AI really became a thing where I pushed it to fully work. If that makes sense. Then Hyper Voice App says, but I still need to find some people to help me test. Well, I'm keen to test it for you if you want. I will check out your channel after stream and see. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Delphi. If you actually go back on my channel, you'll see I used to make Delphi courses. And one of the apps we're also busy building is an app called Delphi Turtle, as you can see right here. So we are busy building an app where you can learn Delphi through the Turtle graphics library. So in Python, you have a library called Python Turtle. It's like a graphics library for drawing lines and shapes and just basically a canvas almost library. And so I've actually gone ahead and ported that graphics library from Python to Delphi, and then I built this application on top of it. And so you can now like move this on the screen by writing normal Delphi code. I also built my own like small Delphi compiler. It doesn't have full Delphi support yet, but you can write actual Delphi code in here, like for loops and functions and variables and all that, and you can make graphics appear on the screen. If you wanted to, you could do animations. You could even make a full game if you wanted to do that. That's pretty cool. Hyper Voice app. So you are familiar with Turtle from Python. Yeah, so I've actually ported almost that entire library over to Delphi. I've begun porting it over to JavaScript as well. It has pretty good feature parity and like public API parity as well. Now I built this before vibe coding was a thing, so there's not any vibe coding in this app, but going forward it's going to be fully vibe coded. Any future changes in it is being vibe coded, obviously. Yeah, Mike, same for me. Mike says AI made so many of my ambitions come true. I've always had so many games and apps and things I wanted to make, but never had the time. And thanks to AI, I have the time to prototype and just play with more things, and that's quite exciting, I must say. Now, like I said, this is basically my third day of fully vibe coding. So I haven't done much yet, but we have lots of plans, lots of apps and games we want to build. We have started making a list as well. If I go to this one, you'll see we have an apps.md file here. And here we've begun making a list of things that we want to build. So the first one is the result calculator. We want to build that. It's going to be the best calculator that exists. It's going to be cross-platform, so it will run on Windows, iOS, Linux, macOS, Android, whatever. It'll just work and run anywhere. It will also have extra features and many themes. I'm planning to add more than 1,000 themes in it. So if you go to settings and then themes, then you can choose a different theme for it. So like I can choose, for instance, the terminal theme, and then it looks like a terminal, as you can see. I also currently have 103 different languages that support it. Even weird languages like Klingon, as an example. It's broken again. I've fixed Klingon like 3-4 times, and then it just keeps breaking again. It's fine. We'll fix it. And then I also have other languages like pirate to get names like ship settings, colors over the sea, as you can see. So it just changes some stuff like the currency converter is called coin. Refresh the rates. So we have some interesting additions to the calculator. And like I said, we're planning to add more than 1,000 different themes to it as well. Mike says Gemini is my calculator nowadays. I must say, ever since I moved to Linux, the same for me as well. Not Gemini per se, but I actually use Copilot for all of my calculations nowadays, just because Linux didn't have a good calculator. But I'm hoping to get back to a good calculator soon. But yeah, I've actually gotten used to just opening up Copilot and typing in whatever I wanna add up. Like if you check my chat history, there should be one right here. Percentage calculation example. Here I literally typed in a calculation into Copilot to work out something for me as an example. I think if you scroll back here, you'll find more. Yeah, monthly expense summary. Here you can see I basically pasted some screenshots. I told it to add up all the numbers for me. It added up all the numbers, and then I asked it for the price in USD, and it did that. And of course, I could have used the calculator for it, but I mean, Copilot is here, so might as well use it. And yeah, the goal is to make the best calculator ever, essentially. In my opinion, the best calculator right now is the Windows calculator. I'm a big fan of it. It's almost perfect, but not quite yet. So the plan and the goal is to make the best one, to make the perfect calculator. The Windows calculator is also obviously stuck on Windows. It's not cross-platform. And the big benefit of the one we are building is it's cross-platform. So one good calculator that works everywhere. Okay, I think we should continue with the Steam store page. Not the Delphi one. That one we're going to leave for now. I am talking about the other one. This one. Okay, the calculator. Let's see where we left off. Okay, so wait, is this the correct tab? No, I think we did it here. Yes, we still need to have the tags for it. Okay. Let's get back to Copilot. Okay, so what did Copilot suggest here? Huh? Suggested Steam tags. Oh, productivity. That's a good one. Yes. That's a great one, actually. Product doesn't have productivity. So now it's just making up shit. Okay, well, let's see what it has. Does it have software? It does have software, so we can add software. Did it add it? It did add it. Okay, perfect. I think we are good now. Now we got tags. We got 5 tags. 5 tags. Perfect. Okay, controller support. It doesn't have controller support, but I think we should add controller support later. Not now, though. Don't want to waste too much time. Did we add the anti-cheat? If someone tampers with the calculator's memory, then we give them a game ban on Steam. that'll be quite interesting. Should we do a chat? I think that'll be quite cool, actually. I wonder what's involved to add VAC into your game. I think we should add the anti-cheat just for fun. And if someone tampers with the calculator's memory, then they get a game ban. Making the best calculator. Yes. For now, I'll say does not use anti-cheat. Yeah. Okay, support contact info. Okay, support website URL. And that would be the GitHub page for it. So let's just go GitHub. Not that one. Just GitHub. GitHub shown result. calculator. Oh, we should rename the repo as well. It shouldn't be calculator. It should now be result calculator. Calculator should be open source. Yes, I definitely agree, Mike. It should be open source, and you can see it is open source. So the whole idea of this vibe coding series is to basically build in public. And part of building in public is also to make it open source. So whatever we are building, the source code will be available on GitHub. It might not always be immediately available, but the goal is to make it all available. Like as example, Delphi Turtle, source code for this isn't on GitHub just yet, but we are planning to put it on GitHub. Mike says no to anti-cheat. Why not, Mike? But you can see here, the calculator is on GitHub already, fully open source. MIT license as well. Okay. Support website URL. I think support should be GitHub. Why do we not have an issues tab here? Why? I need to figure out why we don't have that. I'll come back to that. Support email. I think they can use this email here. Press save. Okay, so Mike, good question. How I am already negative 2,100. It's because I've spent some money already. I will show you exactly what I've spent it on. So we have a file here called ARR.md file. This shows exactly what we have spent. So initially I bought a GitHub Pro annual subscription. I should put here annual. And that was $100 US. And then very soon I realized that the Pro one is not good enough. So I upgraded to the Pro Plus one, and that was $365. And then I also got Microsoft 365, which was $120. The reason why I got this is because not all the code will immediately be on GitHub, and I'm afraid that something might happen or could happen, and then I could lose my source code. So I want to have a separate backup mechanism, and for that I chose OneDrive. But I also get Microsoft Copilot, extra stuff like the image generation that I get that I can use commercially as well. And then obviously I also get Microsoft Office. I don't really use it, but if I did need to have it, then at least I have it. But I am planning to eventually dump this and not have this anymore. So it's just temporary for now, essentially. And then it was $877 for internet, hosting and domains. Hosting and domains for stuff we're going to be building, and then internet because I need to be able to stream, obviously. Currently, we have pretty bad internet, so we are planning to upgrade this as well in the future. You'll see if we go to goals, we have a goal here of getting codecs, getting Claude Code, and getting better internet. So we do have plans to use codecs and Claude Code as well as better internet. Then we also paid to release 6 different products on Steam. That was $600 in total. Obviously, we haven't done anything really there yet, but we are going to be releasing six things on Steam. I've also paid $25 for a Google Play developer account and then $19 for a Microsoft developer account. That's basically it so far. Yeah, I fell for the Copilot scam, like you said there, Mike. But the thing is also, I was using GitHub already, and I was using VS Code, and so it just made sense to get like GitHub Copilot because it was right there. And through GitHub Copilot, I can also use other models. So if you check here, in GitHub Copilot, the way it works is you don't just get 1 or 2 like models, you get way more models. So I will just show you now. Give me a second. I want to make it smaller for YouTube Shorts. So basically in GitHub Copilot, you can choose what model you want to use. You click here, and then you get a drop down. And then from this drop down, you can choose what model you want to use. And you can then from here choose Claude, Google Gemini, OpenAI GPT models, Grok, Raptor Mini. You can also add other models via API key or just wait, because they also regularly replace models with different ones. And that's basically why I went with this one as well, because I wasn't sure at that time what's better, whether it was Claude Code or Gemini or GPT. I just wasn't sure what was the best, so I went with GitHub Copilot to be able to test and use all of them. Now, so I have used Claude Opus 4.7, but only within GitHub Copilot. I have not used it within Claude Code just yet. Honestly, I don't even know if Claude Code is available on Linux. Claude, I should probably have checked that. I would assume it is, but I've never checked. Let's go have a look and see if it is available. Yo, Mike says he's been vibe coding since GPT-4. That's crazy. For a long time. What have you built so far, Mike? Any cool stuff? Any cool stories? Any cool horror stories? Okay, so Claude Code, let's see. So they have a bash script here to install it. So I'm guessing it is on Linux then. Claude Desktop. Download Claude for desktop. Let's see what we get. Okay. Not available for Linux. Okay, so we can't actually use Claude Desktop on Linux, which is unfortunate. It is available for Mac OS and Windows. So we could essentially try the Windows version, to be honest. Because obviously on Linux you can also technically run Windows apps. It runs via Wine or Proton. The Steam Deck specifically uses Proton. Okay, that was quite quick. Shall we give Claude Setup a try on Linux? I think we should do it. Let's open up Steam. We'll go add a game. Well, I just need to check here. Make sure it's good for YouTube Shorts. Oh, that's unfortunate. The Steam client can't go smaller than this. Okay, sure. In any case, within Steam, you basically click add a game, and then you say add a non-Steam game. Then you have to choose the Claude setup, which is under my downloads. Claude setup. I added, and now if I go to my library, I should see Claude here. Claude setup, there it is. Then I can just say play. Okay, it instantly failed and crashed, but I can choose a different Proton version. So if I go properties and then compatibility, I can force the use of a specific compatibility layer. Let's try Steam or Proton experimental. We say play. I'll be right back. Oh, it's launching. That's good news. Downloading Claude. So it seems we might be able to give it a go on Linux. Okay, let's see the chat. No cool horror stories, but everyone I talk to is definitely afraid of Claude deleting all their shit for some reason. I've built a ton of shit. Could show you some, but it'd be hard to explain over text. For work, including a digital clone of our storeroom, that works in VR. Okay, that's pretty cool. I would love to see it sometime. Okay, so Claude Code is failing. Installation failed. Signature verification failed. MSIX signature is not valid. This file may be tampered with or unsigned. Please share this log with us. The log file will be opened in Explorer. Administrator access is required to install Claude Code or Claude with full features. You could try again or install without co-work. Okay, so it seems like it's not really working on Linux, to be honest. Let's see what they are saying here. I'm not going to read through it. Looks like Claude Code or Claude Desktop we can't use on Linux, unfortunately. But maybe we can still use some other stuff from them. I wonder if Codex is available on Linux. I didn't check that either. So, OpenAI Codex. Hi all. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Let's have a look. Okay, so where do I go? I guess I go... I have no idea. Let's just scroll here a bit. Learn more, learn more. I'm looking for a download button. Try in your IDE, no. Isn't there like a standalone Codex app? Oh yeah, start in the Codex app. Join the Codex app waitlist. Okay, so it's not released yet. Codex app. I can sign up for it. I'll say Sean result. I'll put in my email. Then I say, which Linux distribution do you use? I don't use any of these ones, but I guess Arch Linux is the closest because SteamOS is based on Arch Linux. I'll write here SteamOS in any case. Okay. Now I guess we just wait. Thank you. We'll send you an email when the Codex app becomes available. Perfect. Sure thing. Okay, let's get back to where we were. Okay. The calculator. Wrong one. Let's have a look. What do we still need to do here now? We added all that, all that, all that. Did we press save yet? Okay, let's go to description. Okay, now we need to add images. I think we ask Copilot to make images fast. So I will put this to the side. Well, but first we have to do description actually. Let's just say we need an about for it. About. Overview uses space to describe your application. Typically, I don't even want to read this, to be honest. Do I need to read this? Can I just not? I'm going to say this. I'm going to copy all of this right here. Then I'm going to go to the calculator. I'm going to make a new chat here. I'll use GPT 5.4 mini. I'll paste it in. And then I will tell it to write me the about text. Write me the about text in. Does this support Markdown? I don't know if it does. It does, okay. Perfect. Write me the about text in Markdown for the result calculator app on Steam. Okay, perfect. Let's just send that and see what it gives us. Then I will also copy this here. Actually, I need to copy the length as well. Also, write me the short description. Okay, let's see what Copilot gives us. While it's busy going there, I might move it to the middle just for YouTube Shorts again. And VS Code is so buggy sometimes. Why can't I just move it? Always trouble. There we go. Let's have a look here. So Copilot wrote this fast about result calculator. Result calculator is an all-in-one. I don't want to read it in this small window here, so I will paste it into Chrome. Okay. Result Calculator is an all-in-one calculator app for everyday math, technical work, and quick problem solving. It combines a clean, responsive interface with a broad feature set so you can move naturally from simple arithmetic to more advanced workflows without switching tools. Okay, that sounds about right. Okay, what can you do? Use standard mode for fast everyday calculations with history and memory. Switch to scientific mode for constants, powers, logarithms, factorials, and advanced functions. Work in programmer mode for alternate basis, bitwise operations, and binary inspection. Explore graphic mode to plot expressions and visualize functions. Use data tools to calculate differences or shift dates. Convert units across categories like currency, time, length, speed, precious data, and more. Okay, not bad. Why Result Calculator? Result Calculator is designed to feel immediate and practical. It works well for quick checks, study sessions, technical tasks, and deeper problem solving, while keeping the interface approachable and easy to use. It is built to be flexible without becoming cluttered, giving you one calculator surface that stays useful whether you are doing basic arithmetic, exploring graphs, or handling programmer style inputs. Okay, not too bad. Who it's for? Students who want one calculator for classwork, conversions, and graphing. Developers and technical users who need scientific and programming tools. Anyone who wants a polished calculator that works well on desktop and mobile. Okay. Installable experience. Result Calculator runs in the browser. Okay, this isn't really relevant to what we have here. Okay. I need to format it a bit better. This needs to be heading. Heading to H2. Okay, perfect. Some things need to be bold, which I didn't do perfectly. So I need to fix that. Okay, I think that's it. That's actually a pretty good description. Let's have a look at the short description. Okay, Result Calculator is an all-in-one calculator app for everyday math, scientific work, programming tasks, graphing, date calculations, and unit conversions, with a clean, responsive interface that works well on desktop and mobile. Okay, that's pretty good, I think. Let's use exactly this. We'll paste it in here. Okay, I think that's it. Then we press save. Okay, perfect. That's done. Now we got that in. Upload custom images. Drop assets here to upload for use on your store page. I'm not going to worry about that for now. I'll go to early access. Okay, we are not releasing in early access, so we are skipping this part. Graphical assets. Now we need to add logos. Okay, I think we should get Copilot to basically do this for us. I have tried this in the past with Copilot and it didn't work for me, but we'll try it again definitely. So I think, what should we do first? Let's move this away. And then I shall see what we have here. Or should we leave the logos for now, like the assets, and try and upload a actual version of the app that we can build? I think we should do that. Okay. Let's make a brand new session. Copilot session. We'll go GPT 5.4 and then we'll ask it, please build a new Windows.exe version as well as a Flatpak version. Also install the new Flatpak version on my PC. Then also build an app image version. Okay, let's ask that for GPT and see what it does. Okay, perfect. So hopefully it will successfully build us an exe, build us a flatpak version that we can put on KDE Discover, and then also build us an app image one. The Windows and app image one will be for Steam. Okay, then we need to start figuring out how to actually put it onto Steam. So let me have a look here. But Steam is quite confusing. Actually, we can just ask Copilot to put it on Steam. Surely it can do it. Okay, I'm gonna ask a follow-up question so long here. I want to publish this onto Steam now. What info or what do you need from me in order for you to publish it to Steam? With publish, I mean just upload the files for Windows and Linux. For Windows, I'll say in brackets portable exe, and for Linux, I'll say app image. Okay, that should be good. Excuse me, I sneezed. I think I'll do this in GPT 5.4 mini, and then I'll make it an ask. And then we'll see what it says on that reply. I see my bitrate is a bit low. Those watching, I see we have 2 viewers. How's the video and audio quality right now? Is the stream stuttery or laggy? I think my internet's a bit bad right now. So I'm dropping some frames, I think. Okay, I can see here that my bitrate is quite low. So I think it must be very stuttery in the chat, in the video stream, I'm guessing. If you guys can hear me, I'm not talking too much, just suffering right now. How do I word wrap? Alt. There we go. No longer. So we'll need to cut it short. But thank you for watching, and we'll continue vibe coding tomorrow. I think today was a terrible day just due to my internet. I'm not even sure if you guys can hear me here. I'm not even sure if you guys can hear me here, but